Alright everybody, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today we're going to be looking at my Borborygmos Enraged deck that I made as a result of Land Week over at puremtgo.com. You want to see the complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com, check out my article series Conqueror and Commander. It should be out on Friday. I'll also put a link in the video description once the article comes out as well. Let's take a look at my... This is a two-headed giant game. And as such, my teammate is Daxos of Meletis, and this guy goes an Azorius control route, and he's a little funny in the chat, so you're going to have to watch him in the chat thing. We are going up against two Karador decks, both of which obviously run are sort of graveyard-based decks, and my deck is kind of hosed to graveyard abilities. I am running Scavenging Ooze in the deck, but that's pretty much my only graveyard hate, so it's going to be problematic. Looking at my hand, I've only got 2 lands and a lot of stuff that costs over 5 mana, so I'm going to send this back. My teammate, however, is looking pretty good with Oblivion Ring and Pacifism and Griptide. Interesting. Oh, no, that works for Daxos. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Pacifism and Oblivion Ring effects, but, you know, a lot of people like them. So we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, so my teammate is like, oh, I'm glad you're on my team. And I shuffle my stuff away. And I'm, shh, don't give away my secrets. And he was like, yeah, you're super ridiculous. I'm like, dude, like, knock it off. My next hand, however, I've got 3 lands, plus Exploration and Raphelos, plus Lotus Cobra and Scape Shift. So this is a much more playable hand. And I do mistakes in this game, too. I draw in a Skyshroud Claim, and I play Exploration, and then I crack a fetch land. What I probably should have done was held off on that because I've got Lotus Cobra and I could Skyshroud Claim next turn. I could still Skyshroud Claim next turn anyways, but maybe not next turn. I don't know. Anyways, Karador plays Findorn Elves. Daxos plays another land. I play Lotus Cobra, play a land, and crack it so that I can play Raphelos this turn. I'm going to be able to tap Raphelos for 4 mana next turn at least. Karador plays Kasali Pride Mage. But since I only have 2 lands in hand, my exploration isn't... Blowing up my exploration isn't really going to help anybody right now. Yeah. So, Avacyn's Pilgrim. It's interesting. Both of these guys have, like, little mana dorks early on, including Deathrite Shaman, which is a good card. But I mean, when you see cards like Avacyn's Pilgrim and Llanowar Elves, these guys are obviously built for like early game antics. So we got to watch out. Daxos plays his commander. I draw into Avenger of Zendikar. So first I play Skyshroud Claim. I get a couple of landfall triggers, but it's not going to be enough to really do anything for me at this point. Other than play my Avenger. And I can't even... stop. So I play my Avenger, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants. And I'm going to be able to Scape Shift next turn unless something crazy happens. And make all my plants really big. So Karador plays Godless Shrine untapped, and then Knight of the Reliquary. This Karador has Mana Crypt, gets rid of my Mr. Rainforest, and Demonic Tutors. And then... plays Urborg. So I'm wondering if he Demonic Tutored for the Urborg because he was little mana hosed? I'm not sure. But he plays Bloodgift Demon and Imperial Seal. The funny thing about Imperial Seal is people forget that Daxos has limited evasion and can actually get around the Bloodgift Demon. So he's going to be able to steal whatever he Imperial Sealed for. My guess is the Imperial Seal is for an answer, like Damnation or something like that, and it turns out that's correct. So another plane or another land, Daxos goes in, sneaks past Bloodgift Demon, and reveals. And I'm like, I always hit lands with Daxos, forgetting that he Imperial Sealed right here. And it's Damnation. And he's like, I want to cast it. It's Damnation, right? But like, no, he can't cast it because he knows what's in my hand. So instead, what he's going to do is Journey to Nowhere, the Bloodgift Demon. Oh no, the Pride Mage. But the Pride Mage doesn't really have anything to blow up just yet, so he's like, screw it. He lets it get journeyed. And then he pacifisms the Knight. So he wants to make it so that my guys are going to get through for as much as possible. So I've got Tranquil Thicket in my hand. First, what I do is I use my Kessig Wolf run to give my Avenger trample. And I tap out to do that. Or I don't tap out. I use all my mana except for 4, making him a 9/5 trampler. And then I Scape Shift. And I get rid of all my lands, and I get a whole bunch of new lands. Including Valakut, which doesn't come into play. I do get 6 landfall triggers, but it's not enough to cast Borborygmos. But it is big enough to make my plants big. He's like, you shouldn't have sacked Kessig. Should have kept it. I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I can cycle my Tranquil Thicket, but I get another land. So I play the land, and I make my dudes bigger. And I go in. And I knock them from 72 to 17? 19. But then there's the Vampiric Tutor right there. Okay. And I'm like, oh, Vampiric Tutor for another answer. Well, first he Bojuka Bogs me, which is, it's a good play because I use Life from the Loam a lot, and he gets rid of all my lands. And then he plays Peacekeeper, which is an interesting way of keeping me from attacking. And nobody else is going to be able to attack either. And then he plays Benevolent Bodyguard, which doesn't need to have haste in order to be sacrificed and protect stuff. My teammate does have Oblivion Ring, so he's going to basically try to Oblivion Ring the Peacekeeper. Oh, and then he searches up Gaia's Cradle with Knight of the Reliquary. So this is a solid deck that this guy's playing. And he Green Sun Zenith for 3 to go get Kitchen Finks to draw some cards, or to get some life. Alright, so nobody can attack right now. Bloodgift Demon's going to make him drop to 17 to draw a card. Karador. What did Karador do? Oh, he harmonized. He harmonized to draw some more cards. So he's got 4 cards in hand. I've got none. I went all in on the Avenger plan. So what Daxos tries to do is Oblivion Ring the Peacekeeper. But this Karador player sacrifices the Benevolent Bodyguard to give him protection from white. So what I need to do now is to, draw a land. So I've got enough mana to tap Rofellos for a bunch of mana and cast Borborygmos, and then throw the land at the Peacekeeper, which is very appropriate for some reason. Killing it, and then going in for the kill with the plant tokens. So yes, Borborygmos came into play, and yes, this is a rarity. Like being able to kill this quickly. So I do another 40 damage or something like that. That's a turn 5 kill. I mean, most games don't go like this. And there's another video that shows how these games typically go. It's short and sweet, but it shows that, yes, Avenger of Zendikar is a really good card. All right, guys, thanks.